Democrats try derailing Trump's State of the Union speech, caught filling balcony with nasty surprise. By that conservative girl politics, U.S. News from AdWorldNews.com. Last year, Democrats wore white as President Donald Trump addressed a joint session of Congress. This year, they've been caught trying to derail his State of the Union speech by filling the balcony with a nasty surprise. Since Donald Trump's election, Democrats have taken to engaging in senseless political theater and partisan games instead of doing any real work. Take, for example, their charade last year as the president addressed a joint session of Congress. Female Democrats wore white in support of women's rights or something. Yeah. Tonight our Democratic hashtag women wear white in support of women's right in spite of POTUS who doesn't. Yeah, give me a break, Nancy, you dumb idiot. If the Democrats want to fancy themselves as crusaders for the female cause, that's fine and dandy. There are a lot of women who need help. Just look at the girls in Middle Eastern countries who are being forced to marry as soon as they can walk. Others are permanently disfigured by angry exes who throw acid on them. And what about the women who are denied an education or the opportunity to hold a job? And how about the genital mutilation that they do? The list goes on and on. These would be all be legitimate causes for the Democrats to take up, but they have remained noticeably quiet on all fronts, choosing instead to protest President Donald Trump, who they claim does not support women's rights. Meanwhile, Trump has made history for having more high-ranking women in positions of power within his administration than any of his predecessors. Riddle me that, Nancy Pelosi. Trump's State of the Union address this year will be no different in terms of political stunts pulled by his adversaries on the other side of the aisle. This year, Nancy Pelosi and her band of bubbling buffoons plan to wear black to protest sexual harassment. What does that have to do with Trump? Are they sick or something? I say throw them out. Who wants them there? Take a cue from Hollywood. Some female Democrats in Congress plan to wear black to President Donald Trump's first State of the Union speech on January 30th in protest of sexual harassment. Where were they when Bubba Bill was doing, or Slick Willie, I should say, his shenanigans? Yeah, where were they then? Give me a break. The all-black fashion statement will replicate the one female film star pulled off at Sunday's Golden Globes. They flooded the award ceremony red carpet with black gowns. They all look like witches to me. To protest the movie industry's rampant sexual harassment and sexism. Yeah, that's been going on for decades, and now all of a sudden they're protesting. Give us a break. This, of course, is just rich, considering the fact that it was mostly Democratic mega donors who were outed as the serial sex abusers in Hollywood. The most notable of the Tinseltown harassment fiends was bigwig producer Harvey Weinstein, a good pal of both Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama, and Oprah Winfrey, I might add. Not only did Weinstein donate generously to Clinton, but he offered Obama's daughter Malia a covert internship at his production company during her gap year from school. Pelosi hasn't had much to say about that, though. But the Democratic antics at Trump's State of the Union this year will not be limited to the color of clothing. In an even more petty and eye-rolling inducing move, Pelosi and her colleagues will be filling the balcony with dreamers? They shouldn't be allowed in. House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi and other Democrats will fill the balcony with so-called dreamers and other immigrants during President Donald Trump's State of the Union address next week, as the party planned a White House attempt on Thursday to reach a deal on immigration reform. The White House released a one-page framework for legislation that includes a path to citizenship for 1.8 million. You know, remember before it was 800,000? It's now 1.8 million. And by the time, by next week, it'll be 2.8 million. Anyway, moving right along, recipients of the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals Program, or DACA, and other undocumented immigrants brought to the United States as children. The proposal, the work of senior White House advisor Stephen Miller, was offered as a bipartisan compromise to give young undocumented immigrants a legal foothold in exchange for more than $25 billion in increased border security and a sharp reduction in future illegal immigration. Source Political. Nice, Nancy. While you have your little bring your illegal to work day, Trump will be building a wall so tall and strong that not even our most elite special forces soldiers can pass it. In the end, these Democratic Party games will accomplish nothing at all. Yeah, but you know why I think they're calling them to come in? Because it was supposedly said that Trump would read the memo at the State of the Union address. So maybe they're using that tactic in order to have the Dreamers start screaming to detract from what Trump wants to say. Do you see? Could be a plan of theirs. Why all of a sudden? And I say, you know what? I say get ICE on the scene and, you know, before they enter, start packing them into the vans and, you know, maybe accidentally pack Nancy Pelosi in it while you're at it, and then, you know, figure out maybe, you know, let her go after a couple of hours or something. Say, oh, I'm sorry, we made a mistake. We thought you were with them. You know? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.